So here is our solution for the voltage across the capacitor. Vt equals Vi minus Vi cosine of omega naught t. And as you recall, the equation for the current I of t was C Vi omega naught sine omega naught t. So let's go ahead and plot both of these voltages, these voltage and currents out, and see what they look like. Okay, this is the total solution. So commonly when we plot these things, you might imagine we can just plot them versus t, but we do it in a slightly stylized manner, and we commonly plot them with respect to omega naught t. Okay, so I'm going to plot both the current and the voltage and use omega naught t as the as my x-axis. So by doing so, I get my x-axis being in radians, and so let's mark this as pi by 2. Let's mark this as pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, and so on. Makes it a little easier to plot. Similarly, for my current, I get pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, and so on. Okay, so let's start with my voltage. So for the voltage, let's go ahead and stare at this. So the voltage is Vi minus Vi cosine of omega naught t. So when t is equal to 0, cosine omega naught t is 1. So Vi minus Vi then becomes 0. Okay, so I get a 0 for t equal to 0. Next, when t is equal to pi by 2, when omega naught t is pi by 2, cosine of pi by 2 is 0. Okay, so at pi by 2, cosine of omega naught t is cosine of pi by 2 is 0, and so therefore V of t is capital V capital I. So let me write that down here and mark this as capital V capital I. Okay, and this will be 2 Vi. Okay, so that's Vi, and all right. So this is what I get. And then when I have cosine of omega naught t, when omega naught t is pi, so when this is pi, what do I get? I get minus 1. So minus 1 times minus Vi is plus Vi. So V becomes 2 Vi. So I get a value here. Okay, and then it proceeds in a symmetric manner. So I can draw out my plot in the following manner, and so on. Okay, so this is a sinusoid starting out at 0. So that is my voltage across the capacitor. Right away I see something very, very interesting. Okay, recall the circuit that we had. It was the voltage source with a step that went from 0 to capital V capital I, and that was connected across an inductor, which in turn went to a capacitor. And I'm plotting the voltage V across the capacitor, and I have some current I here.